Welcome back, guys. Today I thought we'd do something that I had done on my old car, which is block off the blow-off valve. Basically it changes it from when you're changing gears from that sound that you normally get into obviously that sound. Sorry for the crappy vocals, but so for those of you who don't know, there's your blow-off valve there. This is only on the turbo models, mind you, and they call it a plumb back blow-off valve because instead of venting to atmosphere, it gets vented back into the system. Okay, so it's plumbed back. The way I'm going to show you how to do it today is the easiest way, in my opinion, without having to get a actual plate to block it off. I do have a plate to block it off, but I figured I'd show you guys the way I would do it if I didn't have the plate to obviously block it off. So what I'll do is I'll start disconnecting everything. I think that's a 10mm bolt there, but I'll start disconnecting everything and I'll come back to it once I've taken it off. Alright guys, so I've got the blow-off valve now. As you can see there, it's gone. I disconnected the piping, so on and so forth. Pretty simple to do. It's a size 12 bolt that you need. What I've then done is I've taken the blow-off valve and I've gotten a can of Pepsi Max. Right, I've opened it up and then I don't know how well you can see that because I ran out of black texture, so I've only got a silver texture, and I've traced around it on the can. Now what you want to do is you want to mark the holes as well, and then you want to cut that out as good as you could possibly can, and that's going to be your blocker for the blow-off valve. Now I don't actually need this, but I thought I'd show you guys how to do it, and the reason is that I've actually got a plate that I got made, which is that one there, which sits over it, obviously the blow-off valve, like so, and basically blocks it off, so you're going to have that flutter sound that everyone likes. I'm not a huge fan, but I thought I'd show you guys how to do this so that obviously you can see how it all works and how it's done. Obviously once it's finished, I'll show you guys you need to block off a couple of these pipes here, namely that one there, this one here, this one right here. You need to not block that off, and the best way of doing that is by getting a bottle top from like a bottle of water or a bottle of drink or something like that, sticking it in there and tightening up the clamp so it's not doing anything. The second thing is obviously putting a screw in that one there, and putting the other clamp on there too, so you need to block both of those off before you reinstall it. Just be mindful, you're going to need a breaker bar for this, like that one there, because these are very difficult to get out. The bolts are very difficult to get out and it's annoying as all hell. So look, what I'll do is I'll cut out the can of drink template and use that just so you guys can see how easy it is, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, that's pretty much it now. So as you can see, I've got the can there. Just make sure you put the gasket over the bottom because you don't want any boost leaks or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to retouch this, and then once we're done with that, we'll get the car started and you can obviously hear the turbo flutter. Keep in mind, if this doesn't work out properly, you're going to end up with a bit of a boost leak. So make sure you've got it on there securely and it's flat. This one's probably not going to be the best because I crushed the can beforehand. It's the only one I could find, unfortunately. So look, just keep that in mind. If you're going to do it, use a fresh can that you can obviously squash out a bit better. And if you do start getting, I guess, drop in boost, obviously this is the reason why. Okay, so the blow-off filter's now back on. This is the pipe that obviously the return flow pipe. You can see that. Sorry, the shitty camera work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bottle cap in the back of this one here, to obviously block that off, because obviously there's nothing going to be running through that pipe there at the beginning, this one here, and then we'll put a screw on the other one and we should be right to go. So I'll do that now and we'll come back shortly. Alright, so as I said, get a bottle top, shove it in the other end, and no air is going to escape from there, so it's vacuum tight. You can see I put the screw in that part there, and obviously all we've got to do now is put this back on and then we can start her up. So stay tuned and I'll start her up. Look, it's important to remember, guys, whenever you're mucking around with like blow-off valves or turbos and things like that, even intercooler piping, even this stuff here, the moment you start touching stuff that's working perfectly fine is the moment you might find that you get a boost leak and things like that. So always be mindful of that stuff and make sure whatever you do you can reverse it without too much trouble, because the last thing you want to do is have a car that develops heaps of issues because you've done the wrong thing. Just a little bit of advice from me to you. Been there before, it's not fun. So look, we'll get this on, then we'll get this car started and we can hear what it sounds like. Alright, we're finished, guys. Obviously the car's on, so I don't know how well you can hear me, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rev the engine a little bit and let you guys hear what it sounds like. We'll do it from not only the engine side but obviously out the back. And that's obviously the flutter now. It's what everyone likes, I guess. We'll see it from the back side too and see what we think. Guys, you couldn't really hear it that well from the back side of the exhaust, so I figured I'd just do it from the front again, but this time obviously facing the bonnet so you guys can hear it a little better. Again, everyone that's tuned in and watched, thank you. Who's commented, liked, appreciate it. As I said, my videos are not the best, I know that, but look, I just do what I do when I want to do it. Basically, I'm not pretending to be a mechanic, just a guy that likes working on his car, really. So thanks again for everyone that's tuned in. Let me know what you guys thought, what you'd like me to do next. I'm happy to do it, yeah, we'll have a listen to this.